Hello, and welcome to an afternoon where I'll be prepping for the 100th episode next week. Yes, there's a chance you were waiting. There's a chance you were expecting to see the 100th episode today, and if that's the case, I apologize. But I'm not ready. There's been some illnesses in our household, nothing terrible. We even got the COVID test. Turns out just to be old-fashioned, run-of-the-mill cold, but it's just enough to throw things off. Also, I got a haircut, which feels great, but a little shorter than I'm used to, and maybe by next week, it'll be exactly where I think it should be for the 100th celebration. On top of that, there's a lot of stuff I've been preparing, and most of it's done, except for one. I wanted to make a t-shirt for the 100th episode, so I thought I would do that right now and be online for anyone who is looking to see the story stream, and that's what we'll work on right now. You might have noticed something different though, and this is my first time seeing it on screen, and that is this. I've replaced my camera stand with some galvanized piping and a new, longer 1.5 by 1.5 inch piece of redwood lumber. It is attached to the wall with a 1/2 inch wooden dowel, and the entire thing is sturdier than before, although I notice it still does make a shake when I tap it. But if I hit my desk, it doesn't shake the thing. Which I'm very happy to realize. And these are some things I'm figuring out. I made these things without much of a blueprint, just sort of an idea of what I wanted to build. And I'm realizing now the piece holding up my front-facing camera actually does connect to the desk. And if that's the case, okay, that's all right. But I might want to do a little bit of engineering there. Hello, Shasta. Good boy. But for the time being, let's do this. There's one other thing. My camera is now affixed higher, which gives us a better view of the workspace. It's all very exciting stuff. However, you've seen me change the battery in my camera before, and I could usually do that in about, honestly, 2 or 3 seconds. It's a lot harder now. And why don't I time it to see how long it takes and also how I could streamline that. Stopwatch. Ready, set, go. It's extremely tight, and I don't remember the last one being this tight, and I don't know if that was because it was easier from the get-go, or it just got looser with 100 episodes. Yeah, see, this is very difficult. I also worry that pulling on it so hard might knock something out of alignment or out of the wall. So I think I definitely need to work on this a bit more before I can say it's where I want it to be. Another thing for the to-do list before next week. I think, though, with more use, this should... Yeah, this worries me a bit. This is a little too tight. Well, nothing we can do but wait and see. Oh, wait, 1 minute and 1 minute and 32 seconds, and there's no way I ever did it in 3 seconds before, but it did not take a minute and a half or even half a minute. Wait a minute. I think I just replaced this. Okay. Well, that battery is dead also. So I think that's it for today's episode. If I can't get the top battery working, why was that battery dead? All things to think about, and always all different things to remind me to prepare next week, including a shave. I could show you the t-shirts I'm working on. You are familiar, of course, with our good friend Joe Cabbage. Oh, also, I've been cleaning up my workspace quite a lot. I'm trying to decide if I want more plants behind me, or even here. But anyway, Joe Cabbage. I was thinking of making a t-shirt to advertise Joe's bakery. And I thought that's what I might work on today. My idea being would be something like this. I would sure love to have this overhead camera working, but I don't think the other battery's charging. I don't think it's gonna be done in time. I guess I could just draw without the camera. You know, it's also good I'm doing this because I realize having taken a week off, I'm a little out of practice. Wait a minute. I was going to look up. Okay, I'm more prepared than I'm giving myself credit for. Some things definitely aren't ready, but other things are, including my 100th episode's materials. I need to make a script. I don't want there being a lot of dead air when I'm broadcasting. All right, here we go. It's my list of episodes. All the ones highlighted in green are Food City stories. We first met Joe Cabbage in episode 49. So let's go to episode 49. And see our good pal Joe. We have Maya Orange, who I think we renamed Kara, but I think I still prefer Maya better. Okay, there's Maya, who wants to enter the baking competition. And that was the very first time we ever drew Joe Cabbage. Joe was a friendly fellow. There he is again. Very happy guy. Let's see, how different is he between these two versions? A lot rounder. Okay. I'll keep that out. how did this... I'm thinking about how I might reverse engineer. Can I show you how this is set up? What can I do? What can I do? Okay, this is my other camera, and if I turn it here, you can see where my front-facing camera is set up. This looks at me. If I point, there you can see what I'm pointing at. It's not connected there, and it looks like it's connected to the desk, but it's actually hovering 1/8 of an inch above the desk. If I flip that whole thing over, it's anchored here. I could connect it to that, but then I think anytime we shake this, that is minimal. Centered. Centered. Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do quite a few tests before next week. I do not want to cut that wood any more than I have to, though. This calls for the ruler. Eight and 3/4. Eight and 3/4. No, it won't be though. It'll be only 7 3/4. 1 inch difference. I do not really have an inch to play with on that end. I guess I could drill a second hole. Thank you. I see viewers join the live stream. I am testing my system. This is just well, welcome, first of all, to the story stream, but I'm preparing for my 100th episode next week, and I've made a few changes to my setup, and I'm just doing a live test right now. So there's not too many interesting things going on right now, but you're welcome to hang out and help me figure out some of these things. Okay, so that piece of wood is 1 inch too short. I could get a new piece, but if I get a new piece, I'm going to want to make it not just 1 inch longer, but maybe 2 or 3 even. 8 and 3/4 inches plus maybe 12. But is having a free-floating piece of wood strange? I do like what I've built so far, and I hesitate to change anything. Except maybe hanging a plant right here. No, I think I like that view. One nice thing about having this galvanized pipe instead of the wide, 3-inch wide bit of pine wood I had there is that you can now see my painting by a woman named Jessica Fields. It's a beautiful landscape of a golden wheat field and a brilliant sky above it. It's a very striking clouds. I like that piece. I like that piece a lot. That pea I bought at a street fair. I don't know, something I liked about it. It reminds me of when I was a kid and you would use something called Letraset to put tones on paper way back in the pre-computer days. And that is a painting that my mother did when she was pregnant with me. While my mother was pregnant with me, she took up painting and she painted for the 9 months she was pregnant with me, and then after I was born, she stopped painting and never picked up a paintbrush again. And that's sort of a mystery of my life was there's something in the chemistry of me that made my mom want to paint, or did my mom's sudden interest in painting turn me into an artist? I don't know. I'll never know. A cartoon piece by Brian Ralph, one by Bags43, a terrific artist. Piece by Lucius Acker, a great artist. A plate with Sylvester and Tweety on it. Painting of a Middle Eastern town by some unknown artist, purchased at a secondhand store. Three ukuleles and the door to my storage area. I think for the final episode, I will move the air filter, that bag of trash. My finger looks green screened across against that background. Ooh. Could I get a green screen across there? I should put some tape on the walls so I know how to always orient my camera. I do like this angle. It's the best for me to speak to you. Okay, well, this is not the most engaging live stream. Thankful to have the chance to set it up and thankful for your company. But I think I will log off now and try to solve some of these problems on my own. So, until next week for the 100th episode, thank you so much for dropping by and checking in. I do apologize if you were looking for the broadcast today, but it will be back in exactly 1 week.